Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dammy Lola, and in this video, I'm just going to be giving a couple of tips on how I was able to survive college while being pregnant. It was an emotional roller coaster, and by emotional roller coaster, I mean the roller coaster just kept going downhill, sis, and I didn't know what to do, and I'm going to help you out so you don't end up as flustered or as emotionally gone as I did. So these are a couple of tips. So if you're interested in learning more about how I survived college while being pregnant, how I was able to still graduate on time, keep my grades, stay involved, stay tuned.
God knows it just ain't fair.
Give me some volume, give me some volume.
So tip number 1, do your research. Literally, I found out that I was pregnant July 5th. July 6th, I cried. Well, July 6th through July 10th, I cried. And then July 7th, I started doing my research. Some of you may know I graduated from Frostburg State University, and it's under the University of Maryland kind of family tree, I guess you could say. So most of the things that are implemented at Frostburg State come from University of Maryland. So the first thing I did, I searched up University of Maryland pregnant student rights, things that pregnant students on campus are entitled to, undergraduate pregnant student perks, or things that the university has to do for undergraduate pregnant student. I literally did my research and gathered all my information on the things that I'm entitled to on campus, the things that I'm supposed to be being offered. And you know, when you deliver and you have a baby, obviously I want to know, do y'all still expect me to be in class? Because if you do, how dare you? So I just did my research on what the university has to offer me, what I am entitled to, what is out there for me, and what I need to do to make sure that I still graduate on time. Whatever school you go to, automatically figure out what your university has to offer you, what your university has to give you. Because once you know that, once you come in with the facts, because sometimes people try to play you, especially when they have stuff to offer you and they don't think that students know the things that is being offered to them. So if you come in there and you're like, excuse me, I'm supposed to get this or I'm supposed to get that, then they have to do it. And it's not you being like, well, I got pregnant on purpose. You're not being entitled or anything. You're just knowing what the university has to offer you. You have to know your rights. You have to know the things that you are entitled to, because once you know what you're entitled to, you know how to plan and you know what to do. For me, I realized that Frostburg State University really didn't have anything in place for undergraduate students that are pregnant. So I was like, and I was on Student Government Association at that time, and I was talking to the people in student government. I don't want anyone to know that I was pregnant necessarily, so I was just like, hey, I don't think that they have anything for students that are pregnant, or what do they have that are pregnant. I talked to every single faculty member that I could confide in, and every single faculty member that knew my situation, and I was like, hey, I know school hasn't started yet, and I know I'm not in your class, but I just wanted to know if the university has anything for undergraduate students. And one of my really good, I'll call her my friend, one of my really good friends that was also an advisor on campus, advised me, did her job and advised me to go to, and I'm totally forgetting his title, but let's say the student activities kind of person. So I went to go talk to him. I think I started talking to him literally the first month or second month I got on campus, and I talked to him and I was like, hey, this is my situation. I am pregnant. And I had a stack of paper of every single thing that I researched on. I researched, can I go, okay, this is my senior year of college. I know I have to take X amount of classes, but I also know that once I deliver, I'm gonna need a couple of time off, because who the hell wants to be, you know what I mean? Who the hell wants to be thinking about exams and stuff when I literally just pushed out a baby out of my vagina? I'm gonna need maternity leave. So I already researched these are the amount of classes that I have to take can I take it in the winter? And I talked to like the head of advisor of the College of Business, and I'm like, all right, yo, I'm letting you know now, I'm pregnant. Oh, congratulations, cool. What can I do to ensure that I graduate on time? And she advised me, I think you should take a semester off. And that's fine. Like, I have no bad blood against anybody that's like, you need to take a semester off. You need to, recoup, calm down, think about your baby. But the type of person that I am, I gotta get it by any means. I gotta stick to my plan. I said I'm graduating in 2019, and that is what I'm going to do. Backtrack a little bit. I was a transfer student, and I transferred from a university in Canada. So I was kind of already set back in my degree, because once I came in, they were like, well, we don't know if what they taught you was the same as what we're teaching you, so you're gonna have to retake a couple of classes. So I overloaded every single semester up until my senior year, because I was like, my senior year, I'm going to do my regular course. I'm going to put in the hard work my first 3 years. And then my senior year, that's when I'm going to calm down. So with me overloading, Amy, you're going to come and tell me that I should take a semester off? And like I said, like she had every good intentions to tell me to do that. But the type of person that I was, and I still am, and the amount of hard work that I put into graduating in 2019, I was not going to take a semester off. So when I told her that I was pregnant, she's like, oh, take a semester off. I was like, yeah. That plan, that avenue, that route is out of the window. Don't even think about that. What classes can I take? Can I take it in the winter? No. Okay. Can I take it in the summer? No. Okay. Can I take it online? No. Okay. Can I take it online at another school? No. So like I already knocked out plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. I knocked out every single plan, and I did my research on the things that are being offered to me, and I came to that student activities director, and I was like, look here, sir. Okay, I already know that I can't do this, that, and the third. What does Frostburg State have to offer me? Let me tell you what Frostburg State has to offer me, because I did my research. Nothing. So here's the plan that I have in place. I still want to graduate on time. I still want to be able to take these courses. However, I have certain things, certain doctor's appointments that I have to go to. I have to deliver my baby. I need 6 weeks of maternity leave to deliver my baby. Here are my credentials. Because I came with it. You got to do your research. I was like, I am a student that has a 3.8 GPA. I've worked hard. I am president of the business fraternity on this campus. I've been involved with Student Government Association. I work on campus. I've been a part of this honor society, that honor society, and a third. All my business professors know me. I am pregnant. What do you have to offer me? Straight like that. Even if you don't have good grades, even if you're not involved on campus, you at least know one cool professor, even if it's your elective professor, one cool professor that you can go to and be like, hey, I'm about to talk to this director and see what they have to offer me on campus to make sure that I'm, going to be able to graduate on time, or like going to be able to take certain classes. I know that I wasn't serious about my school and I wasn't serious about classes before, but I'm serious now. And I need you to help me out. So can you please write me a letter of recommendation to this person saying that I should, be able to do certain things, that basically can you write a letter to back me up saying that I'm ready for this, that I'm able, that I'm capable. If you're in college right now and you're thinking about and you're still thinking about graduating on time and taking a semester off is not an option, then you need to come with it. If you don't come with it, people won't take you seriously. And I'm sorry if I'm being harsh, but literally when I got pregnant, that was my mentality. I was like, I got pregnant. Oh my gosh. But I still want to graduate on time because I'm president of this business fraternity. I'm secretary for the Student Government Association. I work on campus. I know that, I'm involved in all of these things. Like, I've contributed so much to this university. How dare they? How dare they not offer me something to be able to graduate on time? So do your research. Know what's offered to you. Know what you can and cannot do. And then when you when you come with your evidence and you come with your facts and you come with your demands, they have no, how dare they say that you can't graduate on time? How dare they say that you're not able to do certain things? Because I did my research, because I came with my facts, because I came with my credentials, there was a whole lot of things that certain professors offered to me that they normally wouldn't offer to students. Yep. And that was solely off the fact that I came with it. I always watched videos on YouTube. I love watching videos on YouTube. Like, they're really creative and helpful. So when I got pregnant, I watched a couple of videos on YouTube. Most of the videos were just like, oh, and then I took a semester off, but then I still made it. Or, oh, and then I took a summer class, but I still made it. I did not want to do that. And there was only one woman that I found on YouTube that was like, I still went to my classes. Yes, I took 6 weeks off, but I was back at it again, and I graduated on time. And I was like, wow. That's the mentality that I had when I found out I got pregnant. And I want to be able to tell somebody, and I want to be able to tell another undergraduate pregnant student that, like, regardless, you can still do it. You can still graduate on time. You can still be involved on campus, and you can still get your degree and leave. And leave. Get that head, get that bread, and leave. Peace out. When I was working on campus, I was like, I talked to my boss straight off the bat, like, yo, I'm pregnant. Luckily, my boss was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. He was a dude. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And I'm looking at him like, okay, let's calm down. Let's calm down, Aaron. What do you have to offer me? Like, yes, I'm pregnant, so I'm gonna need some time off. I'm willing to work every single weekend now, knowing that when I do have my child, I'm not working any weekends because I'll be driving home. Can we work that out? I'll sacrifice my weekends now, so then when I do have my baby, the last 2 months of my senior year, that you allow me to not work that weekend, that you never allow me to work any weekends. And I'm pregnant now, so I can't lift heavy things, but I can work the information desk from 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. if you really want me to. I will do certain things that people normally don't want to do, just so when I do have my kid, you give me this privilege. You gotta give to get, if you know what I mean. The second tip that I have is to know your limit. Like, you're watching this video because you want to graduate on time. You're watching this video because you still want to be involved on campus. You still want to get your good grades. I know, I was there. But you need to know your limits. You have to understand that there is life growing inside of you right now, and you have to watch your stress level. You have to watch what you eat. You gotta watch everything. And being a senior in college, being in college in general, that's a lot of stress in itself. Now add a baby to that. Like, you already don't get sleep when you're in college. You need to get sleep. And if that means dropping a couple of things, you gotta drop it. And it was hard for me because I was always that person that was heavily involved. What can I do next? Where can I be involved next? How can I succeed next? What can I do? How can I contribute? Blah, 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 blah. So when I found out I got pregnant, I was working on campus. I was vice president of finance and administration for fraternity and sorority life. I was president of the business fraternity. I was secretary for SGA. And something gotta give, especially my senior year. So I decided to quit SGA. Then I realized that my presidency was only gonna last one semester, so that was good. The semester where I'm not delivering, have less things to focus on. I worked with when I was vice president of administration and finance, I worked with that director, and I was like, I'm pregnant. Second semester comes around. First semester, I'm gonna go ham for you. The second semester comes around, I'm gonna have to lay off a little bit, but I'm gonna put things in place to make sure that I'm still, doing my job, because that's what you put me here for. The number one thing that I didn't want anybody to think of me as weak or less than. So I was like, I will put in the work to my limit. I will put in the work to the limit that I can. So you need to know your limit. If you have to quit something, quit it. Because at the end of the day, your health and your baby's health are the only important things that matter. So you need to know your limit. I quit SGA. When I was not president of the fraternity, I was supposed to train the incoming president. But before my presidency ended, I was creating a whole bunch of documents, links, like basically a how to be a president book for her, because I knew that I wasn't going to be as involved as I should have my second semester. So know your limits. Know your limits. You need to take a rest. You need to sleep. You need to go to your doctor's appointments. Yes, I know you want to graduate on time. The only things that should really, really, really matter are your mental health, your child, and your academics. And your academics really don't matter. You do the bare minimum, please. Like, I had a 3.8 GPA when I came into my senior year, and I graduated with a 3.4. So you can see how much C's got degrees my last semester. I didn't care. Do the bare minimum when it comes to your academics. Do what is necessary. I was sitting there and I was like, I can't go and kill myself. I can't go and kill myself. I cannot. Kill myself for what? For who? For you? Chris. The Chris. Me. Kill myself for you? Ha! Tip number 3 for being pregnant in college. Cut out the trash. Lord, like, okay, let me tell y'all what I did. When I found out that I was pregnant in college, I didn't even go to parties like that when I was in college because I was too busy focusing on the things that I was involved in my academics. But I did go to parties sometimes. I cut that out straight off the bat. Like, when I found out I got pregnant, I was like, no more parties, no more kickbacks, no more not academic focused functions, no more not success driven functions. None of that. I didn't hang out with people. It got to the point where this one particular sorority on my campus was having a probate, and everybody thought that I was online because I was so ducked off in the county. Period. I was so like into myself, into my room, into my academics, into like staying focused on the ultimate goal, which was graduating on time, that people thought I was in a whole sorority. So I had to cut out the trash, and parties were trash for me because now I'm a mother. I'm pregnant, I'm a mother, period. I can't do the things that people my age can do anymore. Your mentality has to change like this. It takes a couple of times, but it literally has to change. If you were hanging out with people for clout, that's fine in college, because sometimes you want to experience a certain life in college. But once you find out that you're pregnant, you can't be hanging out with people for clout no more. You can't be hanging out with people for jokes. You can't be hanging out with people just because. The people that you are now hanging out with are the people that you want around your child. The people that you know that can influence your child properly. So for me, I was hanging out with my fraternity brothers. That was my family, my fraternity brothers and my fraternity and sorority council sisters. I call them my sisters. Those are the people that I was hanging out with, because those are the people that I knew that I could bring my child around, that I knew that, would definitely understand my move, that was just as focused as me. Cut out trash people. Cut out trash friends. You can't hang out with people who are a bad influence. Cut out literal trash. Sounds so like simplistic, but cut out the literal trash. Like, de-cleanse your room. Change your space. Ooh. You gotta change your space, because you are creating a stress-free atmosphere. You have to create a stress-free atmosphere. So if that means decluttering your room, declutter your room. If that means changing how your apartment looks, change how your apartment looks. Get rid of the literal trash in your room. Get rid of the figurative trash in your life, which are trash friends, trash people, trash family. You got to get rid of all of that, because your mental health, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about when I was pregnant in college. it was such an emotional roller coaster because that's what I didn't do. It took me a long time to take out the trash. Like, it was easy for me to get rid of trash friends because I never had trash friends in the first place. But creating that atmosphere for me to like declutter and just be like stress-free was so hard. There were so many people in my life that I just couldn't hang out with anymore. I was just going down a different path than them because I had to automatically like become a mother. I couldn't do what people my age were doing anymore. I didn't create like that stress-free atmosphere for me early on, so that is very important. Take out the trash in your room, declutter everything, like create an atmosphere of just stress-free. It's already stressful enough in college. Like, the last thing that you want is somebody stressing your life, or like the atmosphere that you're around to stress your life. So you got to get rid of that. Ooh, was not expecting to be emotional on this. It's crazy how it's about to be 2 years since I graduated college. I graduated May 2019, and stuff like this, thinking about stuff like this still affects me. Like, so the fourth tip that I have for you is to love your village. Now that you got rid of all the trash, you gotta love the people that are in your life. Love the people that are surrounded by you. Love the people that are willing to help you. Like me and my brothers. I'm gonna cry again. Love the people that are in your life. Me and my brothers in my fraternity became so close. Whoo! My new roommate and I, we became like sisters. My actual family and I became so close. Oh, Lord. My landlord was literally sent from God. Because him and his wife and his 3 boys, like, it's such a blessing to me. And when I told him I got pregnant, the way that he just, the love of God that was just emulating in him was just ridiculous. Him and his wife, like, I'm still, like, we're family now. I'm so grateful that they came into my life. And you gotta love people like that. You gotta love your village, because it does take a village to raise a child. As much as you want to raise this child by yourself, like, it takes a village. It takes other people as well. It doesn't necessarily take your child's father if he's toxic. But it does take a village to raise your child. So that's my 4th tip. Love your village. And to my village just watching this, because I know you're watching this because you're very supportive. My village that was not in the same state as me, my village that was not in the same country as me, I love you. I know you ain't never seen me this emotional, but it is what it is, but I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you for coming into my life, for being in my life in general, for loving me and my child, for helping me. Thank you to my fraternity brothers. Like, I love my village and my fraternity brothers. I would go to work and then we would have pledge meetings, and my baby would be in the little, like, car seat sitting there on the floor while they're, like, teaching. And they would take care of my child. Like, my roommate would, like, watch my child when I went to work, when I went to class. Like, you gotta love your village. And I'm so grateful to God that I had a village in the first place. So yeah, I hope these tips were helpful, and I'll probably do a part 2 to be more in depth on everything, but this is just a general overview of the tips that I had that helped me out in college and that I was able to remember. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you to my 50 subscribers. Oh my gosh, I never thought I would have even got one person to subscribe. So the fact that I have 50 people to subscribe, I love all of you, and I appreciate all of you so much. And to those of you that are like, girl, it's only 50 subscribers, mind your business. 50 subscribers is a lot. Like, you took the time to press the red button and to subscribe. And I appreciate you for that. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for you for that. So thank you to my 50 subscribers. I hope to keep pushing out content. I know I took a couple of months off, but look, full-time job, being a full-time mom and a full-time student is a lot. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm going to be giving you more content. Thank you for watching my video. I appreciate all of you, and I love all of you mamas. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.